everyone, it's Danny and today I'm filming my June favourites, and June has just gone so fast. I finished school about a month ago, bar about 3 exams, but yeah, so I am really shocked that it's already the end of June, and this month I have quite a few beauty things to show you. I mean, not all of them are that new because I mostly bought clothes in June, so I don't have all that many new beauty things to show you, but I've got some sort of rediscoveries and things like that, so I'll just get started so this video isn't too long. Okay, so I have one body thing and it's the Soap & Glory Righteous Butter, and I am the kind of person that is just far too lazy to use lotions and body creams and things every day. I sort of do it maybe once or twice a week, if that, but recently I've been keeping a lot of body things in my bathroom, which has made me more inclined to use them, and I've been using this a lot lately and I've really been loving it. It sinks in really quickly, but it's really thick as well and really moisturising and just makes my legs feel really soft. And so yeah, I really like this. I don't think this is a full size, but I'm glad I got this size to try it out, but I do think when it's empty I will be repurchasing a larger size. And now on to more facial skincare. I have one cleanser to show you, and I'm not the kind of person that really falls in love with cleansers all that much, but I have been using the Clarins Pure Melt Cleansing Gel quite a lot recently and I've been really impressed. It is a gel, but it feels more like a balm type cleanser, and when you put it on your face it turns into an oil, and I just find it's really lovely and soothing to use, and when you wash it off your face feels really fresh and clean, but it doesn't feel tight or stripped or anything like that. So I really like using this in the morning or in the evening as my second cleanse. And so this bottle was about $19.50, but it is very big and I've used this about 5 times already and there's like no difference, so I would definitely recommend this as I do think it's worth the price. The next thing's a bit odd, but it's the Avene Thermal Spring Water, and I like using this sort of after cleansing just to spray on my face, and it really helps soothe any tightness I may have from cleansing or any irritation if I've used an exfoliator or anything like that. It just really soothes the skin and refreshes it and just sort of removes any impurities that may be left over from the water, because we have hard water down here. So I really do like this. This bottle was quite expensive, it was about £6, and it is literally just water, but because it's so refreshing I do think I will just continue to buy it anyway, and I've been really enjoying using it. One thing that I think I bought about 2 months ago, I'm not sure, but it is the Alpha H Liquid Gold, and I at first didn't really know what this would do for my skin because I don't really have sort of acne or a lot of breakouts or anything like that. I just got it sort of to even out the texture and just make my skin a lot brighter, and it has definitely done that. I use it every 4 days and just wipe it on my face with a cotton pad before bed and don't put anything else on top, and I really love the results I see in the morning. My skin just looks really radiant and smooth, and yeah, it's just really a great product, and it doesn't make my skin feel dry at all, I don't find. I do use my Origins overnight mask sort of the night after I use it just to get rid of any dryness that may be left over from it, but I do really like this as a sort of chemical exfoliant, as it's just so easy to use because you just leave it on overnight and it doesn't irritate my skin at all. And it was about £32, but I do really like it. Me and my mum use this and I've been using it for about probably 6 weeks and only a tiny bit's gone, so I do think this will last a long time. And the last 2 skincare bits are from Origins, and they recently released the Origins Ginzing Moisturizer, and I just had to pick it up to try because I love all things Origins, and because I bought this I thought I'd give the Origins Ginzing eye cream a go because I already had it, but I never really used it just because of the sort of shimmer in it. But since I got this, I've been using these 2 together, or even just the eye cream on its own or this on its own with another product, and they're really, really lovely. This moisturiser is oil free, so it's good for oily skins, but I do find it quite hydrating. I don't think it'd be hydrating enough for dry skins, but my skin is sort of normal / dehydrated, so when I use this with another skincare product, which I'm actually going to show you, my skin just feels really lovely and soft, but it doesn't get oily or overloaded, which I really like. And then the eye cream is really lovely as well. It's sort of a pinky colour and it's kind of shimmery, if you can see, which is really nice because it just sort of disguises your dark circles a bit more, and it also is really cooling, so it helps to depuff and things like that. So I do really like both of them, and I really love Origins as a brand overall, and they were about £20 each I think, which I don't think is too bad. And I forgot that I have one more skincare thing to show you, and this was in my skincare routine, and when I did that video I didn't use this all that much. I did use it sort of a couple times a week, but I have been using this at least once a day now, and it is hydralouron, and I've noticed such a difference in my skin since I've been using it more often. My skin just doesn't get dry anymore and it always feels very plump and radiant, and I think that's down to this because it does really hydrate your skin and lock in all the moisture, and as I said, it makes the ginzing cream work really well because it just gives it that extra boost so that it's enough moisture for my skin. As you may notice, I have different hair again. I just got a different pair of extensions for prom and my hair had faded, so I got one shade lighter and they perfectly match my hair, and they're really long. They're from Foxy Locks. I can do a proper video about my extensions if you want, but I literally just got these today just to see if they were the right colour or if I needed to dye my hair, but I do really like them, and I really like using in my extensions the Bumble salt spray, and this is actually called a surf spray. I didn't realise, I just thought it was a salt spray. But yeah, this is the mini bottle and I got this in the surf set that they've been selling. I think it's only on sale in Boots, but I'm not sure. That's the only place that I know that sells Bumble. So yeah, I do really like this. I just sort of curl my hair in little pieces, whatever extensions I'm wearing, and then I spray this all through them and scrunch it up, and it just gives them a lot of texture and volume and helps the curls look a lot more softer and wavy, and I really do like that. It's just a really nice way to add a bit of texture into my extensions because they're usually very straight, which doesn't really match with my natural hair very well. So I do really like this. This is £9.50 on its own, but in the surf set which I got with the shampoo and conditioner, this was £18 for the set, which I think is really good. And I did try out the surf shampoo and conditioner, but I've only used it once, so I will report back on that shortly. Moving on to makeup, I will start with sort of base, and one thing which I really do like using, which is very dirty, is the beauty blender, and I got the pure version, so this one is just white, and I just used it, so it's very dirty. I apologise, but yeah, I do really like this. I like using it with the L'Oreal Lumi Magique foundation, which is another one of my favourites, and I just find it makes the coverage a little bit lighter, which I like because it's better for more everyday, and it makes my skin so glowy and it just really blends it in evenly, so it looks a lot like skin than foundation. And I really do like these two products together, and this foundation is sort of the best drugstore foundation I've ever tried, I think. I do reach for this a lot over some of my higher end ones, and it just gives a really lovely finish. It's just very glowy, but it does have good coverage and it covers most of my blemishes and redness, which I really like. And yeah, so I definitely recommend this foundation. It lasts a long time on the skin, and I think the shade match is very good for me. And yeah, I think this would be a good foundation for most skin types. Maybe not very oily because it is quite dewy, but it is a really lovely foundation, and I haven't powdered today and it's staying on fine. The next thing is something that when I first got it, I did like it, but I didn't use it all that much because it doesn't really do all that much, but it is the Bobbi Brown Tinted Eye Brightener. And when I first started using this, I sort of skipped it quite a lot of the time because it is quite light coverage, and obviously you have to use a concealer with it as well, but recently I've been using it a lot because it means I can use less concealer so my under eye area doesn't crease so much, and it also is nice to use on no makeup days because it just sort of hides my dark circles a little bit without it looking like I'm wearing lots of makeup. So I definitely really recommend this. It was about £19, which is a lot, but I do really like it and I would repurchase it. So this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and I have the shade Moonstone, and if I just get it out for you, it is a really lovely champagne colour and it just gives such a gorgeous shimmer to the skin. I use it either under my makeup as a primer or on top as a highlight, and it's beautiful both ways. It really does help your makeup stay on as a primer and also gives you a really nice glow, or when used on top, it is a really lovely highlight that just blends in seamlessly and looks not natural but just sort of part of your base rather than an extra layer. So I do really like this. It was £34, which is a lot, but I got it when Space NK had double points, so I didn't feel too bad. But I do recommend it to you all the same because it's such a lovely multi-use product to have. And it does actually have skincare benefits and SPF 25, so it is a really nice product, and if you want to sort of go out without any makeup on, this is really nice applied and just left without anything on top because it is an SPF, and it also just sort of blurs imperfections and gives you a nice glow. Another product along similar lines to the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and I have the shade Luminous Light, and this just gives your skin a gorgeous glow and really sets your makeup. This shade is again a lovely champagne-y colour, but it doesn't really transfer on the skin as a colour, it's just more of like a glow that is just really lovely, and it sort of makes your skin look very soft focused, and I really love that, and it really does help my makeup to stay on a lot longer than if I don't powder, so I definitely recommend this, and whatever colour you get I think you'll love. I do have reviews on some of these products coming up, and yeah, so definitely check them out. If there's any up by the time I post this video, I will link them in the down bar, but if not, just keep checking back to my blog. And anyway, so yeah, I definitely recommend this powder. It is really, really beautiful. You don't need to use all that much, and so it is a really good product to have in your makeup collection, and it is very expensive. It was about £38 again. Quite a lot of these products are expensive, but to me they're investments because I know that they're going to last a long time and do a lot for my makeup. Next is a bronzer which I've really been loving using lately, and I'm sorry if this isn't available anymore, but it is the Clarins Splendours Summer Collection Bronzer, and I just love the packaging of this for a start. If you can see it, it has a really lovely sort of Aztec-y print, and when you open it up the same print is on the bronzer itself, and it has a few shades of brown with a sort of golden shimmery shade in the middle, which makes it a really lovely product to use because you can just use the outside, which is matte, or you can blend it in with a bit of the middle to give it a little bit of a shimmer, and this is the perfect shade for me. I use this whenever I just want to warm up my face, or I sometimes use it just alone as sort of a blush if I'm feeling a bit lazy, and so I definitely recommend it if you can still get hold of it. It was quite expensive, but you do get a lot, and I do use it a lot, so I definitely think it's worth it. Next is a product which I saw on Milk Tea's blog. Her name's Emma, I think, and she has a YouTube channel, so I will link her blog and the YouTube channel down below. But it is the MAC Brow Set, and this is a shade Show Off, and I really like using this just to sort of blend in my brow hairs to the powder or pencil I'm using a bit more, because this is a little bit lighter than my brows and it's quite a good match for the pencils I use, so it blends them in really well, and it makes my brow hairs stand out a lot more, so it makes my brows look a lot more full, which I really like, and it really sets my eyebrows in place, which is obviously a plus. So yeah, I really do like this, and it was about £12, which I don't think is too bad considering this will last at least sort of 8 months. So I definitely recommend that if you have trouble blending in your eyebrow pencil or powder to your actual brow hairs. Next is another product from MAC, and it is another product which I'm sorry if you can't get hold of it because it was from the Baking Beauties collection they did, and it is their paint pot in Eclair, and it just looks like this. I saw this on quite a few blogs, so I just had to try it out, and luckily my MAC counter still had one in stock, and it's just such a lovely sort of bronzy golden colour. It's a lot more warm than my Maybelline Colour Tattoo in On and On Bronze, which I do really like, but sometimes I do find it a bit cool toned, and this is exactly the colour I've been looking for, and it's just so lovely to use in the day or the night, and you can do a quick wash of colour with it or really build it up to sort of a smoky eye, which is great. And if you can get a hold of it, I would definitely recommend it because it's such a great staple product to have in your collection. Next is a rediscovery of mine, and it's a blush that I've loved for a long time, but recently I've been wearing it a lot more and really appreciating it, and it is the NARS blush in Gina, and this is such a lovely true peach colour, and when on the cheeks it just adds a really lovely wash of colour, and it really warms up and perks up the face, so I really like using this, and it goes with pretty much all my lipsticks, so it's a really nice product to take away with me to my boyfriends because I don't really have to think too much about what lipstick I'm going to pair with it. And yeah, so I really love this blush. NARS blushes are quite expensive, but I do really think they're worth the money because they're such great quality, and I do get a lot of use out of this blush. And again, it is Gina, and it kind of matches my jacket. Lastly is two lip products I've been loving, and one of them is the one I'm wearing now, and the one I also mentioned in my rainbow tag which I just posted, but it is the MAC lipstick in Chili, and it looks like this on the lips. It's just a really lovely deep orangey red, and it's a matte finish, but it's just really buttery on the lips, and it doesn't dry the lips out at all, and I just love this lipstick as an alternative to one of my more bright reds like Russian red or something like that, and for some reason I find this a lot more wearable, and I just think it suits my skin tone very well because of the orange in it. It just really suits my yellow undertone, so I definitely recommend this if you're looking for a red that has a sort of orangey undertone. And yeah, that's all I can say. Lastly is a product which I love using when I just sort of want to grab something and throw it on without having to worry too much about applying it really neatly or whether it goes with the rest of my makeup, and it is the Clinique Chubby Stick for Lips in Full of Fig, and this is it swatched right here. It's sort of like a plummy colour, but it is quite a sheer wash of colour, so it just sort of enhances your lips and makes them look a little bit more vibrant. So I really like using this, and it's a very nice neutral colour just to throw on, and they're really easy to use because of the sort of pencil tip, so you don't have to worry too much about if you're going outside the edges of your lips or anything like that. And so that's everything. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll leave everything I've mentioned in the down bar along with all my links and any blog links if they're relevant. So yeah, definitely like this video if you liked it, and leave any of your favourite products in the comments section, or leave any questions in the comments section, and subscribe to see more of my videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.